Hello. Can two people have a 3-day coastal holiday for under $500? That's the challenge. And before you say it's easy, there are a few rules we have to follow. First,
100% worth it.
we need to see some incredible natural wonders. Second, we need to walk at least 5 kilometres a day to stay on track with our fitness schedule. Third, we can't survive on baked beans and sausages. We can bring a small supply from home. We want to eat well. Fourth, we need to stay in proper accommodation. No sleeping in the car, no tents, no camping. Proper accommodation, in a bed. And finally, every dollar counts. Our $500 budget has to cover fuel, food, any entry fees to any of the attractions that we want to see. And if we go over budget, we will consider this a failure. Can we do it? Let's get started. Every Great Ocean road trip should start here. This is the Memorial Arch, one of the most iconic locations on the Great Ocean Road and the perfect place to start our journey. So the plan is not to just drive along this road and show you the amazing views. We're going to show you some amazing places to stop and see, including a place that's famous for some of Australia's most iconic animals. But first, why is it called the Great Ocean Road? The Great Ocean Road spans for 243 kilometres and is home to some of Australia's most spectacular coastline. It officially starts in Torquay, about 35 kilometres east of here, and finishes near Warrnambool in a town called Allansford. What you may not know about the Great Ocean Road is it's Australia's largest war memorial, and it was built by servicemen that had returned from World War I. While some people can drive this in a single day, and most do, we'd argue that that is a big mistake. There's too much to stop and see and do. You should plan to make it a few days at least. Yeah, there's simply too much to see if you rush through it. Let's see if we can get lucky at our next spot. So did we get lucky? There's one. Located about 30 kilometres away from our planned overnight stop, we're here at the Kennet River. We're currently sitting among some wetlands. We didn't stop at the river specifically for this. We came here for the koalas. The river itself is, I'm not sure that we've seen it all, but if you get some time to stop here, you can explore the different wetlands and see different types of little animals. It's cute. Kennet River is a tiny coastal town named after the river that flows through it from the Otway Ranges to the Bass Strait. It's become famous for something much bigger, as it's well known now as a hotspot for spotting koalas. But as we've just discovered, the furry little critters are very difficult to spot when driving through. So the surrounding area includes rainforest, coastal vegetation, and the eucalyptus forest, and a bunch of different wildlife. As an added bonus, the beaches here are often quieter than the neighbouring towns. Speaking of which, if you're enjoying this content and you'd like to see if we make it to the end of our challenge successfully, then hit that like and subscribe button. Really helps us a lot, and it's free. Thank you. Any steps for you on?
My sanity about to break while everyone I know's out. On a trip, on a boat, on a lake.
Apollo Bay!
This is our first stop for the night and where things get expensive, but first, here is the Mariner's Lookout. It's a short uphill walk and has one of the best views over Apollo Bay. This will give you views across Apollo Bay, the harbour, coastline and the Otway Ranges. Apollo Bay sits on the edge of the Great Otway National Park, with a population around 1,500 to 2,000 people depending on the season. Originally a fishing and timber town, today it's one of the most popular holiday destinations on the Great Ocean Road. We just came back down from the Mariner's Lookout. You'll see in the footage, we climbed to the top to have a look at the beautiful, beautiful views, almost 360 views of Apollo Bay. On the way back down, we ran into the owner, and it turns out his family owns that property and have owned it for a very long time. They actually bought it off John Mariner back in the day. Yeah, so the property is about 200 acres. So his grandparents donated the access track to go up to the lookout. They donated it to the public. It's just so generous of them to do that. And they've got signs up asking people not to litter and be respectful, you know. Anyway, so we ask people, if you do have a picnic up there, take all of your rubbish back down with you. They actually go out there twice a day to clean up after people, and they shouldn't have to do that. That's just a shame. So yeah, Mariners Lookout, if you are in Apollo Bay, highly recommended. Before we can even think about dinner, let's get our accommodation sorted. There were two ways in which we could have done this. We could have either tried to find last-minute accommodation in the hope of getting it cheaper, although a little planning can go a long way. And that's what we did. On a side note, Daniel never plans this much. This was done purely for this challenge. Normally, he'll pick a destination and hope for the best. About a week ago, we were looking for cheap accommodation and came across this little gem. Now, we said no camping, however, we said nothing about staying in a treehouse. Let us know in the comments if you think this is cheating. It cost us $86.38 for the night for both of us. And we get all this, which honestly isn't bad for two people on the Great Ocean Road. Located in the Apollo Bay Hills, the elevated position is overlooking the forest and coastline, surrounded by native bushland and wildlife. Being outside of town, it is quiet and secluded and feels a lot more remote than it actually is. So this place used to be a former monastery turned eco-lodge. It's cool. Lots of different room choices here. Before we reveal how much we spent on day one, we need to have dinner first. So to keep with the 5-kilometre walk part of the challenge, we finished the day with a walk along the foreshore while we waited for our pizza. We could see this from the Mariners Lookout. Apollo Bay has made it easy getting a 5-kilometre walk in. The foreshore walk runs along the coastline and gives us a chance to stretch our legs after spending most of the day in the car. Isn't it funny? It's surprisingly not cold. I thought it would be colder here.
Freezing, it's warm.
Yeah. That's me, I'm not cold. It's weird.
Don't even care if we stay home, put our to-do list on ice. We crank the AC to 79 and make a little island right here. And there ain't a palm tree in sight, but there's not a cloud in your blue eyes. If we need a drink, I'll be the bartender.
With so much more to do in Apollo Bay. Hello, oh hello. Hey, puss puss. Day one is coming to a close. In total today, we spent $183.08 and had some amazing experiences. But tomorrow we're leaving Apollo Bay behind and heading deeper into the Otways, where waterfalls, rainforest, and the 12 Apostles are waiting for us. If you don't want to miss this, make sure you're subscribed, and if you have made it to this point in the video, hit that like button to show your support. Thanks for watching. Not our cat. Seems a lot friendlier than our cat.
Let's not waste it, 'cause paradise is wherever we make it.
Don't interrupt me.